Hello traders, Damien here. I wanted to make a post-session little video today to highlight the trade that I took, as some of you were thinking long, and you're right, our expectation was the market to keep going up, but we had some harmonic considerations and some longer term expectations that had us only looking for longs to a certain point, and then looking for that realignment of the order flow. I've spoken to this effect on previous videos and in the live trading sessions. I can't remember which one specifically, but I'm going to point it all out. Overall, we have a market that made a low here, made a high here, and then made a longer term new structure low. The intermediate intraday order flow was consistently doing the same thing here. Okay, and then we got to this area, which is right about where the market opened, and then the market had difficulty in this area here where it found support. We'll go into that a little later, but our basic longer term expectation was for the market to produce a new structure low. When I saw this volume here and the market dancing around here, I felt that the market was going to be breaking towards new highs here. And once the market produced this high here, it technically broke the intraday order flow, and we should have been looking for longs. Okay, so now we're going to scale in, okay, and look at the dynamics here of what caused me to look for the short here. Okay, I want you to also pay attention to this main longer term swing, which is part of the longer term order flow. Okay, I always tell you guys that it's okay if you're looking for longs against a longer term trend, as long as you are careful as you approach that 618 of the overall. So if I draw a ratio here of the clear high to the clear low, if you hear some noise in the background, I apologize. It's my robotic vacuum that goes around the whole house around this time. So as you can see, the market traded up into that 618 very precisely. So it's okay to look for longs against the longer term trend, so long as you're careful into that 618. And if harmonics come into play there and there's good structure, it presents a very very high risk very high probability trading opportunity. Okay, so now let me scale in. Now that we see that, okay, I'm going to erase it because you guys see that's a 618. So now what was happening from a price action standpoint that had me looking for the shorts? Well, we can immediately see there's a lot of accumulation on the selling side, and the buyers are not able to really gain any ground here. And then here's a good valiant effort, but the bears immediately consume whatever the bulls are trying to do here. So at this point, it was going to be hard for the price to go up. It was equally hard for the price to go down, as this area found support and strong buying volume. Okay, so when you look at the short-term price action here, you can see how in the immediate you see very good volume, very good drive. In the second one, you see a weakening as the buyers get a little more aggressive here, and this one's even weaker than the first. And then the third one, price was really crapped out here. So that's when I told the people that I was trading with that we should probably see a break of the price action here to the upside. Now, I wasn't expecting anything strong because of the overall accumulation. Okay, and we did get that weak new structure high, but then the bulls were able to come back and find support at the immediate support area, which I was not anticipating. I was looking for something to come in deeper so I can look for a long somewhere in this area to retest some of the structure in this area is where I was thinking I was wanted to go long. So plus this was not a good rotation candle for me, and it just didn't offer the right protection just in case the bears would win the imbalance power that I anticipated. Nonetheless, me being the harmonic trader that I am, I projected myself some forward harmonics that terminate into this area. We also have some shorter term harmonics, as we have some clear swings that we can work with. Okay, We also have, okay, as we can see, the first leg of the move followed by a very weak correction. So what would you have expected overall in this move up? Okay, you would have expected it, one, to have one swing, and two, for the momentum to be good, since we barely were able to correct, right? But that wasn't the case. We had a separate smaller term pattern in here, and we had the price action that corrected prior to achieving the one-to-one completion. We also had the 618 of the overall, a good area for price to realign itself with the longer term. We also had what? Really good structure. This is the zone the price just kept bouncing off of for the last 3 days. The price just not get out of that we traded successfully all week. And then well, the exception of the other day with the rescue mission, but that was successful as we got out of trouble here really good. Well, took a small loss that day, but the point is that great structure, double pattern completion, one that was slightly larger than a shorter term one, okay, into an area of structure, 618 of the overall with an overall longer term expectation of a new structure low. Okay, now I could have gone in here, okay, and gone to the break even here with the expectation of the one-to-one to the downside. But I don't trade that type of order flow longer term because I'm not a swing trader. If I was a swing trader, that's what I would be trading and holding on to this trade, however long it took for that to play out. I am an intraday trader, so in a market that broke intraday structure to the upside, where momentum was pretty good, where projection increased here to here, okay, I have to have it in my mind that the buyers are going to, at some point, going to try to make another push up to try to keep this smaller drive alive. Where are they likely to do that? They're likely to do that here, where the most obvious structure area is. That means that I'm trading short, and I need to be careful at the profit target of the smaller pattern. Okay, so if I draw that, first I go to the bigger pattern, right? My break-even point is right here, okay? If I go to a smaller pattern, my profit target is here. So between here and here, I have a confluence of different things, plus I have amazing structure. So what do I need to do, being the smart trader that I am? I need to be aggressive, and I need to not look for the break-even, but in fact look to take profit, okay? Because there's a combination of things that come together here in the market that's showing me potential strengthening to the upside, okay? But because this pattern made sense in the overall order flow, in the overall assessment of what I would expect is for price to at the very least have a reaction here, and that reaction to be decent because of the structure, because of everything else of the longer term. We should get some decent price action to the downside, and that we did, and I was aggressive, and it turned out to be a very good trade. Now, I was looking for a short after that, as I mentioned here, okay, but I did not like the volume that the bulls produce here. Kind of made me think that, okay, well, they're looking to capitalize on what they have achieved. They don't want to lose it. They're throwing good volume here. The bears came in here. There wasn't room for me to protect, as structure was right here. So I did not, this is an area, buyers try to come in here, buyers try to come in, buyers try to come in here. There's some structure, as you can see here, here, and across. There's structure all in this area. So I didn't feel like I had enough room to protect. I wanted price to come higher. It in fact did come down here to that structure, found a little bit more support and came up. But as you can see, I did not have a rotation in price. Therefore, I could not get short. The rotation happened on 3 candles, and that's extremely weak for me. Okay, had I had a rotation like this, or something that was more significant here, I would have taken the trade because my risk was very small, and it was in line with the volume that I see. You can see a lot more volume, even though the bulls fought them on the way down. There were still very good selling volume, even down here at support. So At this point, I was thinking, okay, I may be looking for a long now as I saw the weakness here, but then price accelerated, making another new structure low. So then I realigned myself with the short term, and at this time it was getting close for me to leave. And I was telling you guys that there was no way I would have taken this, not for me, because I'm trading right into the same area. That's what, trying to find support. So this was not going to give me the room to protect, as my stop had to be up here or up here. I did not feel comfortable with that. And then by the time I got into this general area, I was going to cut out of here. Now, I want you to notice the difference between how price was strong and weakened into the area, as opposed price to price starting out weak and getting strong. And look at the difference in the reaction. Okay, and look at the difference. Look at the difference in the reaction. Okay, so what you want to see when you're considering an entry is you want to see strength at first and weakening into your area of interest. You don't want to see this because you're trading against immediate strength. What happens is the correction or the move tends to be flat and ugly. So this would have been an amazing rotation candle to take. It didn't offer much better risk reward, but the price action in this area was over dominantly telling you that price was just not going to be able to climb up, and we should expect another new structure low. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't here for that, and we're not going to talk about what ifs. I would have entered here, would have gotten out there, because with hindsight everything's easy and it's misleading, and I like to do things in real time. Okay, but regardless of that, this is where you would have looked for that, as there was plenty of selling pressure and very little buying pressure to help you understand that price was just not going to be going up very much further, and they were safe looking for a trade in the bearish direction. Okay, so now we have some further harmonics just to show you how beautiful these things are. Let's project that times 3 or 4. Whoa, price really came down. So here we fell a little short. Here we came down to the point, and here we came down to the point. We just didn't find a correction. Okay, and if we do it one more time, very precise, very harmonically balanced market. It's a great tool to help you understand where your profit targets should lie and what expectation to give price. So that's all that I have. That's why I wanted to run this trade that I took with you. I wanted to run through the order flow and through the scenario to help you understand why I was looking for shorts in a market where most of you, again, were thinking long, and you were right to think for long as a long, but you have to consider where you're at in time and space in the context of the market and understand you're expecting one thing, but the market may have other ideas, and then you need to look at the order flow, look at where imbalance lies to help you make that better decision, or at the very least to know whether it's safe to take a trade against the immediate order flow. Okay, very important, very powerful tip here is to, again, if you have a clear high and a clear low, it is great to look for longs if the order flow is supportive of that, up until you get into that golden zone of that bigger situation, especially if it's a situation that has you looking to rejoin the longer term order flow. Okay, very important aspect to keep in mind. Okay, that is something that happens a lot. So that's all I have. I wanted to keep the video short. I hope it again has value, and if you have any questions, please post it on the thread so that we can answer them. Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.